welcome back to my channel. I am the TPT Seller's Guide. My name is Suzanne, and on this channel we talk all about starting a teacher business and how to start a successful teacher business in 2022. And today I'm talking about how to plan for it and how to get organized. And take a look, I am ready to start getting myself organized and planning my 2022 year. And here I have my big, huge planner, business planner that I created for myself. And it says on the front, never stop chasing your dreams. And so as I was creating this for myself, I decided, you know what, I'm sure there are so many other teachers out there that could really benefit from this. So I am putting it in my shop, and I'm linking that in the description below. Also, if you're interested, I do have a freebie also linked below, and it's the TPT Seller's Guide, Getting Started Guide for TPT. So if you're just getting started and you're looking for tips on how to start that business in 2022, start there, download that free product that'll go through all of the steps on how to start your teacher business. Takes you step by step with lots of information, tips, and ideas. I also do have a Getting Started guide. That's a TPT guide. It's a 50-page workbook that takes you through step by step how to start your business. But today let's talk about planning and organizing. And I know this is crazy. It's huge. I love it. I'm so excited. And it's all about like setting goals, taking a look at the analytics. And I said in my other video, never compare yourself to anyone else, but definitely compare yourself to yourself. Look at your progress and see, what's working and what's not, so that you're not wasting any of that precious time, because we know how precious our time is, especially as teachers and parents and everything else that we are. You don't want to waste any time. So my very first page is where I am now. Just really looking, I haven't filled it out yet. I can't wait to do this. But just kind of looking at, what are my earnings? What have my earnings been so far? How did I do last year? How many products do I have in my store? How many followers do I have? How many followers do I have on other platforms such as Pinterest or YouTube or social media, and blogging as well? I have had my Teachers Be Teachers shop since 2018. But as far as like content creating and marketing, I really started very late in the game. So I was, I am a very busy teacher, parent, and so, I now am much more dedicated, and I have set time that I, put into my business, and I'm really treating it a lot more like a business than I was previously. So that's something, if you're struggling with that, the very first thing is to really sit down and write out a plan. Really start to get in tune with your analytics. Look at your numbers. Look at, what is working, what's not. Look at the products that are doing really well. Look at your best sellers, and use that data to help you to go forward. So, just starting there, just saying like, where am I right now? And being very honest with yourself. And where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? And that's what this planner is all about. So the first part of the planner is all about last year. And so it's all about the 2021 analytics, how I did in the whole year. And then I have a breakdown of every month, what my earnings were, how many units I sold, how many reviews I got, what my best-selling products were. And so it just takes me through the whole year. So I can really sit down and look at how I did last year and write some reflections for myself. And that's, what I'm absolutely going to do. I'm going to sit down when I have a moment and write all of these things out for myself. And the next fun thing is to start to dream. And yes, I am a dreamer, and I am trying to become much more of a doer. And I think in this business, that's so important. It's great to dream, but you also really need to get down to business and do. So my dreams are going to be, it doesn't have to be something that I know is going to happen right away for me, or even within this particular year, but just dreams going forward. Like, where do I see myself in 10 years? Where do I see my business? How do I see, that I'm going to grow? And then, some personal things as well. The next part is all about goals. So getting a little more practical here, 2022 goals. I know a lot of the goals that I have, but what are some goals, that you want to set for yourself for 2022, and use the data that you looked at from last year and see, how you can do better, how you can improve, And so the next part is writing out these actionable steps that are going to help you to really hit each goal. And that's what you really need to do. It's great to set goals, but then it's like, okay, what are the steps that I need to take in order to make those goals really happen for myself? So I also have a list of New Year's resolutions. This might be a little late in the game, but it's never too late, I think. We're still at the very beginning of the year. We're still in January, so go ahead and write down those 12 New Year's resolutions. If you want to have one for each month, you could do that, or you could just have some general New Year's resolutions that are based on your business. Another thing that I thought would be really helpful for myself is to write out the blog posts that I want to write for 2022. So I have a blog for my business, and it's amazing. I had a blog designer design the website, and I love it so much. And I'm really disappointed with myself because I, had a goal that I was going to be so consistent with my blogging, but life happens, and I just have not blogged as much as I should have. I mean, not even close. So one of my big goals for 2022 is to blog more consistently. If you don't have a blog yet and you have a TPT shop, that's okay. I don't think it's something that you have to do right away, but I do think it's something that is definitely a big help when it comes to driving traffic to your shop. So that's why it's one of my big goals. I really also just, want to have a lot more information out there. I want to share, what I'm going through. I love the opportunity that I have had to teach. I'm in my 11th year of teaching, technically 12th year of teaching, and I just love it. And I would really love to have this record, of my thoughts and my tips and my lessons that I'm doing each week. So my goal is to have a blog post out each week. Am I gonna make that goal? I hope so. I don't know. It's hard. It definitely is hard. So I thought, okay, if I sit down and I write out which posts I know that I'm gonna write for 2022, that's a good place to start. Also, as you can see, I'm creating videos. So I have a list of the videos that I want to create for my business that kind of go along with the blog, which is separate from these videos that I am making for teachers who are starting their teacher businesses. And then I have a blog post lineup. So here I have all the months written out for myself, and I'm like, okay, I am going to write out which blogs are going to go out which month. And of course, they're going to be based on the themes that I find in my SEO research. So my search engine optimization research, really looking at, what is ranking, what are people searching for, and then those are the blog posts and videos that I should create for that time, just to make everything very timely. The next section in my business planner is something, I have a very generalized one in my shop. This one is specific to mine, and in my shop, this is completely editable, so you can edit it and make it right for you. And so what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm doing like a revamp in my shop of all of my products, and I'm updating all of my products. And so I have this checklist for myself, this questionnaire. And so first I'm looking at the title. Does the title need to be updated? So do some research. Is it ranking? Is my product ranking where it should be? If not, okay, I'm going to change that title. And I'm going to do my research to know exactly what that title should be. Next, I'm going to update the cover. I've been updating a lot of my covers because originally I made a lot of products that were great and great quality, but they didn't all have the same branding. It wasn't obvious that they were all made by me. So I started, getting very intentional about my brand. I decided on my, brand colors and my fonts and my look and the specific frames and borders that I use. And they're very consistent now. So I'm updating all of some of my older products that didn't have that same branding. So that's what I'm going through. I'm just updating all of my products. Also, the description, same thing as the title. Is the very first part of the description, something that will show up in search? And also, do I have enough information in the description that's really gonna make someone wanna buy the product? So it's thinking of the description as a sales page. So will somebody buy this product based on what the sales, what the description says here, or do I need to update it? And then the inside branding. So I'm going through and updating all of the inside of my products, like making sure they all have tables of contents and credit pages and terms of use pages, and my new related products page, and my new contact page, so people know where to find me and how to find my content, like the videos I'm creating and the blogs that I'm writing. I want people to know about them, so I'm updating that within the product itself. Updating thumbnails. Excuse me. Teachers Pay Teachers allows you to have 3 thumbnails, and you want to take advantage of that. So you want to have pictures of your product in action in those thumbnails. So that's something I'm doing. I'm taking a lot of photographs of my products and my resources, and I'm including those in the thumbnails, and I'm updating those. Also, the preview. Not all of my products have a preview, so I am working on that because it's so important. Most buyers are going to want to see a glimpse of what the product is before they go ahead and pay for it, especially if it's a more expensive product or a larger product. Definitely make sure you have a preview. And again, doing the research to see if the product is showing up where you want it to. So is it on the first page when somebody searches for that particular theme or product, or is it on like the 12th page? So you want to look at that and see how you can improve it, and you'll really surprise yourself and see that you really can. And then for every month, I am a big, huge Disney fan, so I love a lot of the Disney quotes. So every month in my business planner has a Disney quote. So I'll share just this one with you. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And so they're just reminders, things that I like to just sit there and see and, have as motivation to really get me to do the work that I need to do. And then you'll see the tabs. I have, monthly tabs there. So this is January. I'll have a calendar here. And so one really cool thing that you can do with the calendar is you could use little mini sticky Post-its and just kind of put Post-its on the days when you're going to do things, and that way if anything changes you can move them around, or you could just feel free to write in the blocks whatever it is that's coming up, whatever big event, or if you want a blog post to go out on a certain day or a video, you could write it in that content calendar. Then as I'm going into 2022, for the beginning of each month, I have this page here. It has my goals. So my just quick goals here, like the total number of earnings that I want to make in January, the total units that I want to sell, total views that I want to have, total followers that I want to have. And then in the red, that is going to be at the end of January, I'm going to record what it is. So every single month, I'm seeing what my progress is. Am I staying the same? Am I growing? Are things getting worse? I just see right here exactly what's happening. And here's the money goal. And here is the actual earnings. And then I have some goals that I want to set for myself for this month. And I do that at the beginning of each month. And then here is for SEO. So here for the month of January, I could go in and just look at, what is being searched for within my niche. So that will help me to know, what it is that I could be working on, what content I can be creating, and what products I can be working on. And then these are my trackers. So this is fun. This is just a fun way to kind of keep yourself on track. And so I have written here, blogs, my videos, new products, Pinterest activity, emails, the newsletter, Facebook posts, special treats, reading. So like I said before, this is completely editable. So if there's something that's really important to you, whether it has to do with your business or not, you could always add it and have a tracker there. So these are just things that I like to incorporate along with my business. It's no fun for things to just be completely, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. You also want to do some things that you want to do, you like to do. And sometimes, really hard workers like us don't always take the time to do those special things or those fun things or those chill things like just reading, or maybe your goal is to just do nothing, or maybe you like to do yoga or mindfulness or watching a movie or doing something special with your kids. That's why I have like special treats, reading time. I also have a goal for myself of not drinking soda. each day. So that's why there are so many hearts there, because it's for the whole month. I've been good so far, but we're still only in January. So that's on there. So you would be able to, change these and make them look the way you want if you went ahead and purchased this product from my shop, just to help, get you set up for the year. This is a whole notes page for January, and then it goes into each week. So for the week of, the first week of January, or second week, you can write out your goals and intentions. So here you could put an amount of money that you want to make, or if you're not, really doing that, it could be other things like goals of things that you might want to create for that week or work on, priorities, things that you need to get done. I always love to include this and look every week at what it is that I'm grateful for. It could be about the business, it could be about something else. I usually put several things in this heart. It's always good. It's just always good to keep this right on the top of your mind. Because in this type of business, it's like, you're so focused on growing and, getting more followers and getting more sales and doing more things. And then it's also, take a moment and be like, look at everything I've done. Look at everything that I already have. Even if you only have 5 products in your shop, we know that it takes a long time to create 5 products. And we know that it takes a long time to build, and that, just be proud of yourself. It's just going to really help your mindset going forward. And then on the bottom here is a reward. So I do like to reward myself if I feel like I've been very productive in a specific week. It sounds kind of silly, but I think if you, once you get into the habit of doing that, it's very rewarding. It's rewarding to give yourself a reward at the end of, being productive. And then this brings us into February. So that's pretty much this planner, and it goes all the way through to December of 2022. So I am really excited to go ahead and fill this out and get started and really start to look at my progress, look at how I did last year, how I'm going to do as I go into this year. So I welcome you to at least, take a look at this and see if it's something that you could use on my shop. Again, the free product is also out there for you to download. If this video was helpful for you, go ahead and hit the like button and share. Consider subscribing to the channel, as more content will be coming out all about how to start your teacher business in 2022. Have an amazing week. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.